Nick and Carol, we are going to be role playing a situation. I know it can be a little awkward for some people, but it is for the sake of us to learn and figure out how to deal with some of these difficult situations with parents. So here is your particular situation. Kara, you will be the parent. Nick, you are the teacher. And we are dealing with an upper school parent teacher in a conference discussing a student who currently has a C+. In this conversation, the teacher shares specific examples of where the student seems to be struggling. The teacher notes that the student is very strong in class discussion and helps keep the conversation going. The teacher, however, continues to be concerned with her child's critical writing. Again and again, the essays are not proofread, show little evidence of revision, and a lack of organization that a strong evidence-based critical essay requires. The child seems to have done well in the past because the student is a lively contributor. The child also asks for extra credit a lot. And so, Nick, as a teacher, feel free to stop and pause, look at the conversation strategies as your angry parent might have some stumping questions. Okay.
Great. Ms. Jones, it's so great to see you.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So I understand you had some questions about Jesse's performance in the class.
Yes, more concerns than questions. I'm coming to you because Jesse has always been an A student. I have concerns about Jesse's experience in the class, and we'd just love to hear a little bit more about what's going on.
Sure. So, I mean, I want to echo part of what you said here. I think that Jessie has shown some clear strengths in the class. She's been excellent in discussion. She's contributing really well in our classroom environment. I think a lot of my concerns have to do with the real focus of this year, right? And focusing on revision, on critical essay.
So I understand this year is a little bit different than last year, but last year's teacher, I'm sure you know her, Mrs. Zimmerman, she was awful. Jessie got an A, but she's always got an A. She didn't get homework or assignments, and I will say that in your class, the homework and assignments have not been up to par for my standards, and Jessie getting a C+ is not okay. So how is Jessie going to get into college with a C+ on her transcript? I have major concerns.
Okay, I'm gonna pause for a moment. So I need to figure out, there's several things, right? There's the previous teacher, there's my standards of assignment, the parent standards of the assignment. There's the getting into college part. And I guess I can only really talk about the standards part, and especially about the student, not the parent. So I guess I'll start there.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear you on your concerns. I want to be clear about that, and I think that I'm going to try to isolate here what I can talk about and I can't talk about. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been in Mrs. Zimmerman's class. I don't know what her assignments look like.
Okay.
I'm also not a part of a college counseling, so I can't really attest to college admissions and what specific grades may or may not mean.
Okay.
What I can talk about are the standards in my class and the process that we use to get to those standards, right? So I think that...
Well, I think I just have concerns about your standards. Maybe that's what it is. And if you aren't going to give her an A, then she should be not with you with different standards. Give her a different section of English.
Okay, time out. So, she's asking for something I can't do, right? So I guess this is an issue of making her feel heard while also essentially buying time or deferring.
Yeah, what of the strategies
Yeah.
are you seeing that would be most helpful?
Yeah. There's several about, buying time. So I guess that's it's kind of no, I'm not gonna be able to solve this problem. So yeah, okay. I hear you on this concern. I think that, there are a lot of things that go into kind of the relationship, the working relationship between teacher and student. I can't right now change a section. I can't, do what you're asking essentially. So what I'm asking is I need some time to help solve the problem that you're identifying here. And so, this is something that I can kind of take up the line. I can talk to my department chair and that kind of thing.
That would be helpful.
I can't do that now. So what I ask is a little bit more time to kind of figure out.
Okay, how much time? A day, 2 days?
I don't know how long this will take. But I can say that I can give you an update in a few days in terms of the conversations that I've been able to have to that point. And that might give us a clearer path forward on addressing your concerns, so.
Okay, let's stop there.
Okay.
So, Nick, how did you feel that you handled that situation successfully?
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard because you know, what I want to do is to solve the problem. What she's asking for is not something I can give or that the school will give, right?
Right.
So I can't solve the problem, even though that's what I want to do. So really what I'm doing is just kind of, you know, kicking the can down the road a little bit.
Right. So these strategies are helping you not necessarily resolve the situation in that moment,
Yeah.
but how to either de-escalate or deal with or pause or whatever you need to
Right.
do in order to, again, handle this particular situation.
Yeah.
So Kara, as a parent, how did it feel in the way the teacher handled this?
I mean, I think I came in with a problem that I thought he could solve. I heard he couldn't. It felt good to know that he was going to be doing something with it. And in that moment, I had to step back because it was clear that he was taking this to the next level, which felt good. I think to many parents, it would feel good.
Anything else like from this that you feel like you would have done differently or I don't know, anything, just thoughts that you have following it?
I find it really hard. The interrupting was really challenging, and I know it's kind of meant to be, but it was hard to figure out how to react to that as it kept happening. Like, do I keep addressing the previous question? Do I shift to the new one, especially as they're escalating?
Yeah, I think I clearly was going for the jugular, and so I don't know if that would be a realistic situation, but perhaps that happens sometimes, and so I think this is a heightened version of what we sometimes see, but the fact that we were able to de-escalate and kind of bring it back down to level without over-promising,
Right.
I think that makes sense.